Hello Steelers, and welcome to this bench report hobby update on an extremely hot Sunday morning. I'm not going to be spending much time in the war room today because it's starting to heat up already, even though I've got the window open. So I'm probably not going to do a great deal of hobbying today, just because it is going to be roasting, and I think it's going to be like that for the next couple of days. But we have got a lot to get through on this one, so buckle in and I'll show you what I've been up to this week, because it has been pretty busy, to be perfectly honest. First of all, the thing that I've been painting the most of is some Russian farms. I got these from Patrick Miniatures absolutely ages ago, but I used some sabotaged fences and scatter terrain just to add to them, and I've been meaning to do these for a long time. Unfortunately, I've got 4 of them. I've not got the last one finished. I was hoping to get it finished this week, but I haven't done. But I've been working on some of the scatter terrain. But what I have already finished is a couple of farmhouses and a barn as well. You should be able to see those on the screen now. They're finished off. I've just varnished them this morning, so they're now completed. Can draw a line under those. They're really nice 3D printed models, as I say, from Patrick Miniatures in Germany. Well worth having a look at. I'll try to remember and put a link in the description below, of course. They painted up really nice. I've also, a couple of people asked me about the painting recipe for the wood, the old wood, so I've actually made a video of painting the barn as well, which I've yet to edit. When I say made, I mean I've filmed. I've got to edit that together, but that will come out at some point in the future. So that's I'll get something out of the back of it at least. I didn't film the other ones. I was painting them whilst doing the live stream on Tuesday, so you might want to check that if you want to see a basic idea of how I made these, how I painted these. They are pretty simple. Also this week as well in the post, Stu over at Miniature Realms sent me these. Basically a platoon of US Marine Corps in 15mm. These are 3D printed from 3D Breed, I believe. He had a load of spares after he'd printed off the ones that he's using for Battlefront. I'll be using these in Chain of Command because I've been looking at Rich from Too Fat Lardy's Twitter feed has been mostly US Marine Corps, and it's been something that's been on the back of my mind to do for a long time now. So I've just been meaning to do it. I just haven't got around to it yet, but Stu very, very kindly offered to send these out to me and only charge me postage, which is fantastic, and thank you very much, Stu, if you're watching. Just to say then on that, go and check out Miniature Realms. He does some fantastic paint tutorials on the working his way through the epic Napoleonic stuff, Warlord at the moment, and his techniques are fantastic, and he's a channel that really deserves to get a hell of a lot more viewers out there. So again I'll put his links in the description down below. He also sent a Miniature Realms dice as well, which is lovely, which I will be using at some point in games, so that was nice. So yeah, once again, thanks a million for that, Stu. Really appreciate it. I was hoping I'd be able to mention these in last week's hobby update, but they just arrived on Monday rather than the Saturday as I was hoping. I will at some point do a probably painting video on those as well. Stu already has anyway, so I don't think mine's going to be anywhere near as good as his is. Also in the post I got as well, here you can see these. These are some MDF greenhouses and resin vegetables. We buy some weird stuff as wargamers, don't we? These came from World War Scenics, but it's a little 15mm vegetable patch there, with also some vegetables and things to put into the greenhouse. So that's going to be fun to build. I'd forgotten that I bought it and then it suddenly appeared, and there you go. You get these weird things, as I say, as wargamers. Now we've got resin vegetables. Also, as well, I received the Warbases new printed bases that they are now producing in association with Joe Bilson. Here's the one that I've got. I did a review of these earlier in the week, so go and check that out. Go and check that video out. I'm not going to say much more about them. They are very nice, and I think they'll be very useful for a lot of people. So do check those out, and check out the review, and check them out at Warbases as well. Then on Thursday it was my birthday as well. and thanks everyone who said happy birthday in the comments before. You don't have to anymore, don't worry. It's been 4 days now. I am 48, I'm not 4. But I got some great presents for my birthday. I managed, my wife bought me this Ark Nova board game about making a zoo. It looks fantastic, some really nice artwork in there, really nice pieces. I'm looking forward to diving in. It is a solo game as well as up to 4 players, so I'm going to try it out solo, just try it out. It's one of those games, I've looked at some of the videos online of this, and it's one of those games where it seems complicated, but it actually isn't. It's the mechanics and the choices that you make. It's the choices that you make that make it complicated, because there are so many choices to make in it. The actual mechanics of the game are relatively simple by the looks of it, and you know, I've read through the rules and I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I can see how this works, and it looks like a really nice, really good, interesting game. A little bit like Terraforming Mars, crossed with a couple of other kind of games like management games and things, kind of games that I do like. I like that pieces management. Speaking of Terraforming Mars, for a joint anniversary birthday gift, she also got me these wooden Terraforming Mars placement pieces, board games basically. So this is because in the actual game you only get cardboard ones of these, and your pieces do get knocked off quite easily. We've had it, and you can't remember where they are. These ones you can just put them in, and they stay in and they don't get knocked about. So and it's a great game anyway, Terraforming Mars. I want to play more of it, so that's going to give me a good impetus to do so. My parents also bought me this, the British Army in the First World War book. It's this is a new publication from Cambridge University Press. They've been doing a series of books on the various armies of the First World War. So I've got the French one, I'd like the Russian one, I think there's a German one as well. I think there's a number of these. As I say, it is a series. I wonder if it actually says in here, I can't remember. But this one looks like a pretty good introduction to the British Army in the First World War. I would probably suggest that this is something to get if you are looking at just, you know, working out basically what the British Army were up to between 1914 and 18, and written by 3 experts in their field as well. So that will be an interesting read, and I'm looking forward to diving into that as well. I also decided just to go out and treat myself as well on Thursday. I ended up getting stuck in traffic for an hour, which was quite annoying, but it should have been a 20-minute journey, it turned into about an hour and a half. But I ended up buying myself this, a Churchill Mark 7 tank model. This is from Tamiya. It's the old classic model. And I know it's probably you know, there's probably modelers who are looking at this thinking that's just it's completely wrong. It's the worst model kit out there. I don't care. I just wanted it to buy it and to build it because I've got a T-34 which I've yet to build, and I just thought I want to do a British tank. I've got plenty of German tanks in the display cabinet, so I just wanted to do a British tank, and I've just been making some 15mm Churchills, so I thought that was a good idea. A little treat to myself for my birthday. Then also last Sunday I played an O Group introduction game for my mate Mark. He's not played O Group yet, he has now. He picked it up pretty quick, which shows what a good game it is when you've got somebody who knows how to play it and what they're doing. Because we'd set it up for a game with Dean, which was supposed to be today on Sunday, but because of the heat we've decided to postpone it. Set in Stalingrad, great game, had a really good time playing it. I was the attacking Germans. I didn't really get very far forward because it was quite a grind, but I think Stalingrad is probably a bit of a test for O Group because it's lots of built up areas, and you're fighting from built up area to built up area rather than the open areas that a lot of the scenarios that I've seen have got in them. So a little bit of a break test for the game, but it survived perfectly well, and we both enjoyed it. I also then went back and I filmed the game of it. That was yesterday before the heat hit, so I'm in the midst of editing that, so that's going to be out at some point. And yeah, that was, again, I'm not going to tell you the outcome, but that was a great game. And just trying to employ tactics at the time really to push forward with the Germans. Speaking of O Group as well, over the week I was looking into these. These are Magic the Gathering style O Group cards. I made these on the Magic the Gathering Cardsmith website. Again, links will be in the description. I'll also put your links to other cards that I made here as well. These, all I did was I basically just put the stats of each of the vehicles on the card itself. And I did these for the particular game that we were playing, so this is very specific, but you could quite easily mix these up and add your own. It's just done with artwork that I found on the internet, very easy to do, and it's just a real quick, nice, quick reference for finding the information that you need during the game. What I have found is my printer is not particularly good, so the print is not great on these. I might have them sent away. I might do quite a few and then have them sent away to an actual printer like Docs Direct and get them properly laser printed rather than inkjet printed like mine is, and then cut those out and use those. And again, it's a good way of getting to introducing new players to the game. You just hand them the cards and they've got all the information there instead of, you know, like a sheet of rosters, and you can just find the thing. Whilst I was buying the Churchill, I also bought this as well. This was I was made aware of these by John Savage over on Twitter. This is a corner clipper. Now this is really nerdy, because what you do with this is you will literally stick your card in it. I'm not going to clip it because it's protected, but you stick your card in, you clip it, and then you've got a nice rounded edge as a playing card. This is the 5mm one. You can get 10mm ones, but this I think it was about 10 quid. But it really makes your homemade cards look a lot more like real playing cards. Slightly nerdy. You don't need it, but I felt I did because I like to, you know, even things that I use for games, I like to kind of up the game a little bit and just make them a little bit slightly more professional looking than just cutting things out or writing stuff on pieces of paper. If that's your bag, then that's fine. I prefer to do something a bit more. Also on Thursday, on my birthday, I went down to the club and had a game of Crusaders versus Saracens with Dean. We were playing Neil Thomas's Ancient and Medieval Wargaming rules. Dean had wanted to try it for years. He's had a copy of it for a long time. It was good. It was slightly clunky. It was very old school. It was I go, you go. Everything can move. The actual core rules are very simple, but actually quite similar to O Group. Interestingly enough, it was like, you know, you have to hit on a 4 or above, you save on a 4 depending on your armour, 5 if it's lighter armour, and 6 if you've got no armour, you know, that kind of thing. And then you do a morale check if you lose any units. So relatively simple, and I can actually probably remember most of the rules while I'm talking to you now. But what I would probably do with it is I would probably add a little bit of friction in maybe having a dice roll at the start of the turn for how many units you can actually activate, just so you can't activate everything, or, you know, potentially you can't activate everything. And also just, you know, a couple of other bits and pieces, like in combat, if somebody lost, they would be pushed back. I don't think there was any pushback in it. So things like that, just a couple of things, but it's only 2 pages of rules, so, you know, what can you do really? And it was fun and we enjoyed it. He kicked my arse because I was a Saracens and I got drawn into a fist fight with knights. But it was still good. Also this week, as I told you, it was a busy one, this one. I did a recording with Ken the Yorkshire Gamer along with Sean from God's Own Scale on Ken's Yorkshire Gamer podcast for Bins in the Brews in the Bin Yard. He put that out on Friday, so that's out and available. Again, links will be in the description. We'll go and check it out. It was, I think we were talking about 3 or 4 hours. Complete nonsense, just having a laugh talking about wargaming, and it was great fun, and it's always lovely to be invited onto Ken's show. He's certainly gaining a lot of traction with it, and I think it is one of the best podcasts out there, along with Sean's as well. The God's Own Scale, definitely check that out as well. That's another great one, which I've been on in the past. Then finally, just to draw it all together, very finally, I actually hit 8,000 subscribers as well this week, which you may have seen. I did the 8,000 subscriber giveaway. The prize winner was Steve from Lazy Pirate Painting. I'm going to be sending the stuff out to him over this week, so he should get the dice and a mug for Storm of Steel. And again, just massive thank you to everybody who does subscribe and who keeps watching and keeps this channel going in the manner to which it's accustomed. Off the back of that, I will just say check out the Storm of Steel Facebook page and also the group as well. Again, I've mentioned it before. All you have to do is try to join the group. It is restricted, but I will just give you access to it as soon as I see your request for joining. So there's no worries about that. So just jump over there, hit the join button, and I'll give you. And also, you know, post stuff in there. Put some pictures up. I'd like to see some things. I'd like to see more photos from people. There's a lot of people in there, over 300 now, and I'd just like to see more pictures of what people are up to, what games you've been playing, or what figures you bought that week, or whatever. Alright, so we'll wrap up there. Once again, another fun-packed and full old hobby updates. Lots to come, and as I say, keep your eye out for these the USMC as I paint those. Next week will probably be a little bit quieter with videos because I did the 8,000 videos, 2 of those, but I do have a reviewed video for the 2D6 6mm Wargaming stuff later on next week as well, so keep an eye out for that. And also there will be a Chain of Command battle report at the end of the week. Patreons will get early access to the Chain of Command video, so if you want to join that and support the channel, then you will get access from Monday for that. Right, I shall sign off there and say once again thank you very much for watching the video, and if you haven't subscribed, do hit that subscribe button.